not getting anywhere so many ways.
Shouldn't have procrastinated. Well, the stuff's not there no more, man. On one end it is. I went there and there's like nothing there. Like, help me with my situation. I gotta find that phone number now. Ain't know if that'd do me any good. I'm talking about like my personal stuff, man, to be able to make money, man. And I was in there, you know what I mean? I was in there, you know. I was like, you know, I would say like a god, right? Now I know if I could start over and I could start over, you know, you're definitely not a god anymore, right? You got all kinds of reasons, but like, why'd they do that to you, man? Why'd they do that to you? I think a few reasons, but I think one reason why. Yeah. And definitely how to make it easier, right? You know, and all this. You know, find that stuff and go with it. Same thing, I'd say. I don't know what you mean. Well, I can get there from my email, and there's nothing. I can't remember what they said. Like what they said when I recollect, it's not there. I couldn't find anything. Perhaps it's a good thing. That's not at one point. Yeah. It's definitely not enough money to be made. It just leaves room for devastation. And leaves room for greatness. But there's nothing now. I have no idea, man. I gotta find that fucking phone number, man. You're here, there, or over there. Tell me I'm doing good. I might be like, well, there's nothing we can do for you now. Theory, it seems like they just sent to shoot you out something. Right there, there you go. Good. Well, they finally ready today to take care of it. Sure was. Oh, you jumping before? Well, I was busy, man. And I did. I definitely helped the world out with knowledge and wisdom. Now it's my time, and just I'm not getting anywhere. Blah blah blah. So tired too. Still have no up and go about me. I give up. I give up. I quit. You quit. I quit. Y'all quit. We all quit. What I'm gonna do? Huh? I'm just gonna give them some more peanuts for now. Oh, peanuts for everyone. Peanuts. Yeah, a little bit of peanuts. Everybody gets a little bit of peanuts. Don't be trying to come out there. We're giving you peanuts. Don't try to come out there. We're giving you peanuts. Don't try to come out. We're giving you peanuts right now. Peanuts for everyone. The peanuts. They got the peanuts. Yes. Peanuts for everyone. Some of them's definitely chowing down on that stuff. Here comes another one. He's coming down. Is he gonna go peanut crazy? The one that likes peanuts the most, he didn't care. He's probably got some stored up there. And those two, man, they just eat like crazy, man. Oh, I was giving them spaghetti noodles last night. Well, the rest of them, I just like put one little, you know, like when you first cook them, they're all hot and they're little. But there's, you know, a few left in the pan, so water absorbs and, you know, they turn into a fat noodle, right? So for the big ones, you know, I know they eat more too over there. So I put a few of those noodles on a plate and I'm like sticking them through the cage, right? And they're just like, you know, they're not even stuffing in their jaw. They're just like grabbing the whole, just eat the noodle. And other ones, you know, you go to and they're just like, you know, barely like, you know, eating it. But it's like, He's gonna kill yourself, huh, dude? Jesus Christ. Oh, the one in that cage, you can climb up in the Walmart cage. He keeps on climbing up it, man. He went down and hit the water bowl and everything. He's climbing back up, climbing up on another side this time. He's only going halfway there. He's thinking about what just happened. He's going up. He's going up. What's going to happen now? Yeah, I think he's going to make his way over to where the water bottle is, over the bowl. Or water bowl. That thing went out in the middle, fell down. I can't walk across it anymore. He'd still fall or whatever, but he used to be able to, like, you know, clear across the thing. So he tries to hang on, he just falls. He doesn't have the power anymore. Oh, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I banned everybody on TikTok, dude. Don't mean nothing. You don't need to be on TikTok. The whole point of being on TikTok is to get people over here, man. Why would I care if you had an account over there with me? You know, I mean, there's the point. And if you can't understand that, I can't help you. This is all I got left, man. You know, I look like that's one of the thing. I can't even sell stuff anymore, man. And that was like the grooviest part about what do you mean? You know, you could go on TikTok and be like, you know, advertise your shit, and they'll go over there and they'll buy your stuff. You know, granted, I only sold one item that way, but damn, man, I made $80 off one item. right? Like that. And then they just killed it. And I made phone calls and everything. He said what to do, and I procrastinated. Anyways, I might be in the same boat I am now, man. Maybe not. Well, while I'm there, I'm on the site. There's nothing I can do about it. And I was busy. Well, I came up with all kinds of things, did all kinds of things, I think the most important thing, it should be like calm, but no one's talking about, no one's showing it. What do you mean? Where you can power off everything. I think you can just power everything off one car engine. All right? That's important with all the things they threaten you with. What will we do? Well, I'll tell you what we could do. We could start a car. Let's just start a car, man. Oh, this is where things get. What do you mean? The car's got everything to it. Now, granted, it's all how you wire stuff up from there, right? Or coordinate things from there, right? But still, yeah, one car could run it all. You know how it is. A bunch of people in different places, right? Well, we just got to get a car going, or some kind of engine, right? Multiple different pulleys, man. However you do it, however you produce energy from that. You know how they do. They like to rewire alternators, right? They're one of the methods. We don't understand. Well, they keep on trying to power batteries, man. There's where it's weird. Okay, so they'll, like, whether you're using water or whatever, they'll rewire an alternator, right? And I know they want to say it runs. Anyways, so it'll produce energy, right? Why? Because it's got a pulley thing on, right? And then they're always like running to something like to charge batteries or something, right? You know. Where you just running more pulleys, man. No stuff is made out of car stuff. What do you mean? Why can't you understand that? Yes, you can make it where one thing's like, and you always want to make it another pulley system. Have a pulley system, it's not hooked up to energy. It's making a motion. That's the whole thing. That's what all the energy is about, is to make something go do this, right? And you just have one thing do that, and you make the rest of them do it. You don't need batteries, right? I was like, why didn't anyone ever? Because people started doing that, man. But why would you pay an energy bill, right? You just start with simple things as towns. What are we going? How we run everything? Oh, we started the car, right? Talk about real 15 minutes, though. I mean, if they really, what a town would do. Hey, man, we're growing this, we're making this, we're producing this, right? And our energy source comes from starting a car, right? Now, granted, there'd be a lot of things to make and rearrange and buy and stuff to do that, but especially just in a apocalyptic era, right? I think it's one reason why the target is the cars, man. You still use that stuff, though, man. What do you mean? Well, there's the target thing, how to power your energy. Wait. Your power your generator, right? Oh, I did, man. That's where you just read. What do you mean? Because of police. It needs to go around to produce the energy, right? So you get around, all the generators run off one car. All the generators run off one car. That's right. and other things where where you're just using car parts, but you're not even using anything on it. What do you mean? You're just using it as the pulley. And a part for the belt to go around. It'll still turn, right? Doesn't matter if that thing works or not, right? It's just to have that pulley motion going. I don't quite understand. Why don't you understand? What do you mean you don't quite understand what they're talking about? What do you mean on that? You've seen the movies like War of the Worlds, like the starter, it fried the starter. Wasn't it fry the alternator? Now I feel like didn't fry the alternator now when you be in business. Now you need starters and all that stuff. What do you mean by that? You think that's where most of people's missing a lot of stuff? Yeah, when it's coming to energy, yeah. The starter. Yeah, man, the starter, dude. I don't know. And I think it used to be a combo. What do you mean, a starter alternator? A starter alternator. A starter alternator. I don't know, man. I think that's what I'm kind of gathering. What do you mean? Well, everybody keeps on calling it an alternator. You know how an alternator is. It's something you can take apart. Right? And the starter is like a dang encased, right? They're calling this thing an alternator. Was there even another thing that was a starter? What do you mean? That's an alternator. It looks like a starter alternator to me, right? Why could you imagine that? Because I would use it. What do you mean? What if there's no grid? What do you mean by that? Why are you using a battery? You don't want the battery to go bad, right? I don't know, thinking, man. Even like hooking up to like a windmill current or whatever. I don't know. Current, I don't know. No matter. I don't know why people are afraid of a pulley system when they're all around you, you know. Like, I know why. I mean, look, man, I got like 0 people watching. I'm talking about it, and everybody runs away. You know, every video you about see, everybody's talking about energy, and it's all around you, man. And I know that's why they keep wanting to cross cars, but there's used to be, until they went on major crossing street, but there still is. I mean, junkyards and cars set in places, it's all around you, man. It's all around you. And I'll tell you one thing you should always do when you're going to crush a car, man. If you get into that, man, you get into crushing a car, you know. And I know they like to give you money for it, but there's like three components you should majorly save, like the belts, the starter, the alternator, and the battery, right? Hey, man, don't hurt to have batteries. These are three parts you should save, especially way more important than the battery, right? Batteries, if you can't get stuff going, man, you need to save your starter and your alternator, man, and the belt. You know, I don't think it's cool to crush it. But if you worry, hey man, I'm gonna crush some shit, or being paid to crush it, hey man, you know, whatever, take those things off and save them. All right, that's your grid right there. Okay, I'm not full of it. That's your grid. Right? Doesn't even matter if you hook that part of it up, man. You hooking up. That's your pulley system, man. You got two. And you hook other things in there that's going to turn and make other things. What do you mean? Yes, and you can hook that up. What do you mean hook that up? You can hook that up. We don't understand. What do you not understand? What do you mean? Probably all the things. And anything is like a pulley, man. Even if you're not saving the rest of it, you can throw the rest of it like in the trunk for weight. What do you mean? You want the things that turn around, right? You make stuff out of it, man. A pulley system, man. Right? I don't know what to tell you. You get one thing to turn on. What I mean is, that's current. Something turning like this is current, right? And you have to have a way to harness, like the power that you can get from it. Right? And those things are it, right? And it has the pulley and the ability to produce energy. Like we don't understand. But don't you understand? It's hard for them to understand. You know, understand the pulley system. They do not understand the pulley system. They do not understand the pulley system. Why do they not understand the pulley system? Why do they not understand the pulley system? Well, it used to be said. I still don't think they went into great theory about it. What do you mean? I think they like leave it because it's just been said, and maybe people ain't know what they're talking about. Maybe they did, but what do you mean? I don't know. Did you ever? I don't know. Did you ever hear anybody say, "Well, we could power it all off one car engine, right?" It makes it sound safer and everything. I mean, I see cars everywhere. You know what I mean? So like, we're gonna harness the energy from the earth. There's gonna be lightning flying and shit. What do you mean? We just powered a whole one car engine, man. Like, yeah, you don't need these big towers. Oh my God, it's electrifying. Oh, they're playing extract oil. I might do this, all this stuff. You know what I mean? One damn car, man. You know, for logic, yeah, there's going to be like a few cars there, but that's the whole thing. What do you mean? You can run it off, everything be running off of car engines, man. Are a bunch of car engines not running already? It's like one car engine, not several. Okay, let's fire up all the engines, right? One car engine. And it's from there, like what you know? Everybody's always like, hey, let's build a bunch of energy and shoot it out, right? Instead of like pulleys, man. That's what you're doing anyways. You want to harness all this energy to make things go around, right? Don't let it take you running a wire to something else to something else to something else, right? And granted, like I said, that ease down on energy, what would you want to do? Like you're just making another pulley thing go, right? And you hook another pulley to that, right? Why? It would ease the energy. Not necessary at all. But also, it would ease the energy. And, you know, if you're not like a stocked up person having parts laying around, you have the parts right there because it's not necessary. Oh, this are going to say something wrong. Not a problem. That's not a problem. All right. And what's the cool thing? You had it moving the whole time with everything else. Well, granted, it looks like it fucking always fucking works. And also, you know, hadn't had time to wait because that's amazing. You know, usually don't, but it could. Hey, man, it's like set up, right? Yeah, but it's definitely free, right? You know what I mean? So basically, one thing I'm saying, one thing, what do you mean? So say you made a generator in resource by that, right? You would not want to power what you're trying to power off that. What do you mean by that? Oh my God. Yes, you're plugging in to make another pulley thing good, right? We don't understand. Which the things you got going could produce energy. But you're not producing energy off that. Okay. Well, what you're plugged in is drawing energy to move, right? Just to move. This is where it gets good. But yes, you could put a pulley on that. But it's the same thing what you're talking about? No. Because you have it independent. It may be running off the same belt, but it's not taking energy to the pulley's what's making it run, man. Right? We don't understand. Well, they make games, for example. Everything's all in one, all in one, all in one. Well, that's a lot of I'd say that's a lot of energy being used, man. Why? Because of why ain't a lot of energy being used on what you're talking about? That's at the dead stop. What do you mean? it's not it's using that to kick and it's pushing it back. It's like locked, it's tight, right? So it's not powering anything else, right? It's just like powering itself. Like, granted, what would be the greatest thing? You hook a fan blade up to it. The same difference. The thing you're going to be powering is like a fan blade, but you're getting it. What does the motor need to do to work? It needs to turn. So you're just hooking the pulley up to that, right, on that, right? There's no wires or anything hooked to it. It's just a pulley going onto the belt. What's the thing? It's making itself go, and that's dead. I know what I'm talking about, man. Anybody argue against it? It's like that video. Well, I made it private, but you can't, like the line said, hey, man, why are you arguing with the damn donkey about this, man? All right. Granted, they were just talking about what color fucking grass it was, right? But, something important is this, right? And there it is. And does that not show, where it's all like, damn, man, really? Yeah, man, there it is. That's the technology, man. And it's a combustible engine, a combustible keyword, not gasoline engine. They're combustible, they're engines. They can run off all kinds of different things, man. All right. It's like everybody wants to push aside the engine and energy. What the hell are you talking about? You got to have a fucking engine. You have to have a pulley system, man. All right. It's called a motor. It's called an engine, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. The little engine that could, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. What? Power everything. This wouldn't be smart because if something goes wrong there, if you're wired up, everybody down. All right, but just what I'm saying, because they're everywhere, right? A car, all right, can power your shit. I mean, smart motherfuckers know. What do you think these smart motherfuckers, man, that sit there, you go to help, besides people saying, why do you have like several engines and shit everywhere, man? Like, well, because they know they can power their shit off an engine, right? They got family members that might need a fucking engine, right? And then they're like, oh, the neighborhood's going to notice. Well, you hook up another engine, hook them all up to that goddamn thing, right? It kind of works like that. Because there's more, man. When you know about electronics, this is not my field, but when you know about wiring, like and electric, what do you mean? How what fuses and all, like what can do it and this and that, not overbearing the feed, right? Yeah, a motherfucker could wire all up shit to one source projected energy, and that's just something I'm not into, right? But a motherfucker, hey man, how appease the fucking neighbors here, right? How do I keep them going, right? Right, and so forth and so forth. Hey, Frank, well, I guess we're going to take another car engine because, everybody, hey, they only have a car. They don't have car parts, so they're not going to be hooking up the pulley system I talk about. Unless it was major say, hey, man, you really don't need the fucking car no more. But see how they are. They're still going to be driving them motherfucking car, right? Why? Because, they might be in the speed. They don't care about speed. All kinds of different methods. Like I said, you could turn it over, wood source or a gas source. But it's still like, what they weren't into that. What do you mean? Let's take the fucking engine out. What do you mean they'll take the engine out? They'll turn the car into an electric car. How? Well, they understand the shit. Right? I don't need none of this shit. I don't give a fuck. I can only go 25 miles per hour. What do you mean? I can go do shit. I can go get shit. Right? But what is beyond your imagination? How would they turn it into a gas car? When you got all kinds of fucking things laying around that, hey, you don't even have the fucking, wood thing that they made to power gas, but like you just, when you know how to weld and shit. What do you mean we don't understand? We don't understand what's going on. When you got shit laying around, like you even got things that's made to fucking throw up, produce gas, right? What do you mean by that? It's kind of the thing, man. What do you mean? When it's all in their mind, it's not written down nowhere, and like no one can imagine that they could, there we go, fuck home, right? We don't understand. And why don't they go the other way and just like buy the damn? What do you mean? Because they're like kind of preparing for the end, right? But even though you're prepared for the end, what do you mean by that? We don't understand. What do you mean? What sends up red flags? You're buying a wood gas fucking dang to fucking hook to your engine. What are you, a fucking terrorist, right? What are you planning here, right? But you have all the components to make a dang to fucking burn wood to power your car. It's a little bit of ingenuity, right? There's a lot of different things you got to make to keep on going there. I don't know when you got the ability. Well, it'd just be a lot simpler to make something for, hey, you just got an engine sitting in your goddamn house and it's got to be fired off fucking wood gas. And like, oh my God, we're mobile, right? Don't want anything going wrong here, right? You know what I mean? We're going to be moving and shaking, right? Well, by looking at it, what do you mean? It looked pretty simple. What do you mean it looked pretty simple? It looked pretty simple fucking thing going on there. Well, what the fuck? I don't know when people just have things like, what is all this crap you have here, right? And they do stuff with it. Wait, what do you mean? Oh, wait. Wouldn't have to live like cavemen. That's why I got all this crap here, right? And other people is like a bunch of junk or something should go to the scrapyard or something, right? That'll run this motherfucker. I'll run this motherfucker. Right? You can call me the utility company. You can call me the motherfucking utility company, yeah. And it don't look like it. Right? It just looks like fucking goddamn bunch of engines and fucking metal crap, and it's all dusty and shit, right? You know, the fuck could you possibly do with that? You know, dust and shit. You know, like that thick, especially when there's a table saw around and shit, right? You know, what do you mean? It's a major dust. Yeah, and I'm not even really talking about having, you know, the table saw, like that's the particle dust, right? Instead of like the direct. What do you mean? Nobody think nothing of it, right? The cobwebs and spider web and everything. Oh, there's a bunch of shit, right? What do you mean? No, like it's power of the world, man. I'm gonna tell you. And like there's other things, like other people getting this thing, you see these little things, there's a lot more than that. What do you mean? When you got a bunch of things with motors, you got a bunch of things with motors, man. And that's like, you know, hey, we don't know, man, how long, you know. But when it is industrial, what do you mean? Industrial motors, right? Doesn't matter if it's this big, you know, from what they call like the industrial. It was made to fucking go, right? Made to work for eternity, right? To go astray, right? But especially using it in different methods, you know, this, you know. But that's one thing cool. Like whatever grid you're hooked up to, man. There you go. We got the things that make that thing happen. Well, oh shit, it's done. It's fucking done. Simple as energy source is what? Like having a magnet, knowing how to use a magnifying. You start a fire with a magnifying glass, right? And you know the source ain't gonna look because the sun moves, right? But just for whatever you hook something. What do you mean? I'm going to create electricity from the magnifying glass hitting something, right? And they're going to fucking. Well, why you got so many wires and shit everywhere? What do you mean? That's fucking electricity, man. I don't know what you're talking about. You do all kinds of shit with a bunch of wire, man. What do you mean all kinds of different nails? Why you have so much like little copper shit and nails and shit and stuff, man? What's going on here? What do you mean? The ability to charge batteries that way. What do you mean? So you made an earth battery to charge your other batteries, right? Because you're independent, right? And go anywhere with this, right? You know, whatever it may be, from a flashlight to a radio, right, to a tape recorder, right? Whatever it can be, hey, a video game to fucking have something for the kids to do, you know, where they, you know, they don't have to be, you know, kids the way they were back then. We didn't have nothing. I mean, fucking into the world, fucking fun, right? We didn't worry about it, man. You know, when they say, hey, man, we're gonna blow it up, right? Like if shit was gone, it would suck, right? I mean, like no air conditioner, but like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, problem? Not really, right? You know what I mean? Especially what do you mean when you're used to not, you know, you don't eat, right? And the other motherfuckers like, they'll fucking eat anything, right? What I mean, especially like when you got woods filled with coyote, hey. Fucking dog tomorrow, folks. Right? Cool, yummy, yummy. Right? Call us Chinese, right? You know, like it's really simple. Then there wasn't no more coyote. And boy, did they hide. Did they not know their place? What do you mean? Like no trace of them, really. You go in the woods, there's nothing. Daytime, all that stuff, you know, don't have to worry about being. But at night, man, Yeah, the whole dang, man. Like they're like, Jesus Christ, there's nothing but dogs up there, man. And I'm not even kidding, man. But then I guess at one point they gave permission just to, hey, goodbye. There's no more of those. Paying on, hey, any hunt, anytime, $5 for one, right? Pretty much something like that. What do you mean? What do you mean? How's that not good? Well, you're getting rid of your meat source, man. I know you don't want to eat a dog or a coyote or whatever, right? But like, if everything went bad, you're like, man, we only still have those damn coyote here, right? Tell them what I mean. Like a couple of those to feed the whole town. That's all how you do it, man. Quit saying stupid stuff like Brent, show us your sofa, man. You know, don't be like that, man. God. It's like from Brent, it's like from broken, someone's like tore up my sofa. Well, I can't like even imagine, I can't imagine, but like, I like have no idea how the hell would that happen because I see it like someone came in. Like they tore up your couch? Yeah, man. They definitely tore up my couch. What did it? Like they took a fucking knife to it, man. They took a knife to your couch? It sure fucking looks like it. It's crazy. It goes on though, but they used to make different things different. What do you mean? Well, the covering's ripped, but underneath the covering, it's got another covering, and it's like a pillowcase. It's like a pillowcase. The covering didn't go directly to, you know, the foam or whatever's inside here, right? I say it's foam. It feels like foam. All right, but it's cool. It's got a good case on the inside. I don't know. I mean, you can do with anything, but just the way they made things, it's made to be like recovered, right, or whatever. Like yeah, we're not getting a whole new one. We'll just recover it, right? What's the way they used to do things, man? Like, why would they do that? It depends on like, dang inflationary when like the cheapest part is the inside. I don't know. I think because of boy, I guess pregnant them because you could get if you wanted to buy a whole new one. Hey, it's expensive, right? Or just like if you bought a new one, yeah, it's just crap, right? So recovering, I don't know, man. It's weird. Who knows? I don't know. I don't understand. Why one thing? Why would they do one thing? One thing? Who knows, man? Well, one thing is comfort. Is one thing I understand. You know, I mean, even like, maybe imagine the cover could mess it up, but not as much as like, you know, hey man, the way that squishes and everything, and where you know, don't want that job messed up with, right? You know, and there can be other things. You know. How am I doing? Not too good. I keep making any money and he won't let me. And I don't know where anything is. It's like I'm forgetting something, and I can't remember what it was. There was something else, and I can't remember. They've definitely stopped me dead in my tracks. What do you mean I can't make no money? Right, that's how it is when you're like selling stuff. It doesn't mean you ever sell anything, but you can't sell anything if they won't let you sell anything. That really is like no possibility there, right? Well, that's just how people are at different locations and everything. That's one good thing about selling on the internet. And, you even have like a fan base. And one of the greatest things about, I guess, like having, I also like the, well, reaching people, right? You know what I mean? Because it's posting on something. I never want to see that shit, right? You know, all kinds of reasons they might buy it, right? You know, but you know, the availability right there. Instead of like around here, well, you mean one thing? Well, nobody got any money, right? You know what I mean? So you're like, if you did sell it, you're going to make a couple of dollars, right? A couple of dollars. Right? Another reason, like, besides, hey, people, you know, because it's some person you made, that'd be something. That's why you make a lot more money, or like something you own, right? Or another reason, here's the main thing. What do you mean the main thing? Why you get some more money out of something, right? Because they know who you are. They know what a scam it is. It doesn't matter if they can turn on the dance like they're trying to kill business. Right? So, oh, you can get it here. You can get it here. And get it for this much here or whatever, right? Can you? You really want to go for all that shit and find out when you know damn well, because things can still happen like through mail process, but you know damn well I will fucking send the shit to you, right? You know this, right? Doesn't matter if it worked out or not, but you mean it's just so more easier to like, you know, even if you didn't get it. Well, there he is. He ripped us off, right? Get him, right? You know. Granted, you might not be able to get me, but you see what I'm saying. This is so. You know, people like, because I don't know, there's no one send it to you. We don't even need to go down the theories or the possibilities or whatever. You know, I'll fucking send it to you. And the only people can mess it up from there is the damn mail company, right? That'd be UPS, FedEx, or the United States Post Office, or whoever the hell, right? Right. That's kind of obvious. Here it is. Here's a video. Hey, look, I'm putting it in a fucking box. Right? Hey, you know, here I am putting it in the mailbox. Right? You know, I can keep going. I think I fucking sent it. What do you think? But you know what I mean. You know I'd fucking send it, man. You know, you really have it. It ain't like, hey, I have a still picture. You know what I mean? You know, I just, you know, downloaded a copy of it. Sure, I'll send you that shit. Real cheap, $1, fucking $1, right? A lot of them you just tell it's so scammy, like even like the postage don't add up, right? Oh, I'm really get a deal there. Wait, what do you mean? They're gonna take money out of their pocket to give it to you, right? Here, I'm gonna take $10 out of my own pocket to send you something. Right? And it doesn't make any sense. No, and it just don't make any sense unless they're, jobbing up some mail. If it's just like standard mail fee right there, what do you mean? Like their cost of their package and everything is more than what they're selling the thing for, man. Come on. None of that shit makes any sense, man. It's all over the place. But one thing that makes sense, where you go look at sold items, right? There's the thing. That's where it's really peculiar, right? Because that can be fake stuff, but you like look into their account, even that can be fake. See, it's so fake, but it's like granted what people are paying. It's more usually, right? And well, hey man, you could have got it for $5. Why did you pay $13 for it? A trusted source. You know how people do me, get me banned, right? Imagine people go around looking like on eBay or Amazon or something like, oh, I'm going to copy exactly the same and put it on shelf. Just like that, you make you not be able to make no money. Make nobody not buy a product that they would like to get and like just not trust the whole thing. Right? It's like talk about killing the business, right? Or people like centering on a certain target. What do you mean? Because they value why is this more money? Right? You know what I mean? Hey man, this is like $60, right? And they make all these like worth $3, right? It's not like cassette tapes, right? When this is like much rarity and everything and much produced and everything, right? So anyways, we're gonna make this valued at 60, right? And so that goes on our straight going, everybody's gonna buy. We make money. We can make money. We can make money off that, right? Right. You got everything else downplayed, right? I mean, there's putting fake listings up all over the place. What do you mean? Creating multiple accounts. Hey, yeah, I got it. $3, right? You ain't gonna get that for them $3, right? Now, granted, that's where you can make more money. What do you mean? People might, where you slip on, I don't know, they're looking for a boom. Or just like, yeah, they have independent yard sale dangs and stuff with different information. Hey man, they got some schmuck to sell it to me for $3, right? But we said it was only worth $3. What do you mean? Like, how could that be? What do you mean? It's like from 1987. How the fuck is it only worth $3? It's not a redo, right? How's that? Because it says when it's a redo or whatever. Well, shit. Yeah, con people, man, all their shit. That's why it's cool to have, hey, I have the product. Are you a collector? You into it? You're not going to go through no bullshit with me, right? They made it where I can't fucking list anything, which is some bullshit. So I'm going to have to get a home again. I should have got on that a long time ago, but I was busy. And wasn't very much I had to do. Man, busy. One little reaction can send you down a whole nother path, right? Went down a path where it could help us all. Well, it does. It puts less stress on everything. What do you mean? Oh, we could be back up going in no time, right? Everybody could. What do you mean? It's called real knowledge. It's called real power. It's called like real warriorism, right? Oh, wow. And it doesn't make everybody, right? Because the dang, they did this, blah, 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 this, blah, blah, that, right? But there's this shit everywhere, right? They do shit like that. Why is it cool to be how they control you now? That's why it's cool to have shit like what, like a garden and other shit, energy producer and all this stuff. Why? Granted, anything can happen, you know. But like the philosophy goes around. What do you mean? Well, we need them. Right? You know what I mean? And some people you can't make them your slave. It's like, you know, hey, look, you're gonna be like this. If you don't want me to help you out, okay then, and shut up. And that kind of power. What do you mean? I can produce peace. What do you mean? Because people just have something else come take it. What do you mean? The good philosophy. What do you mean? Very dangerous though. I don't know. It's not for everyone. For me, well, you just have this like persona, right? Yeah, I'll give you some. You're not getting it all. But I'm not going to deny you like some asshole. Hey, none for you, right? Right? It's what it is. In one day, yeah, this could be the worst person that's going to rob the next motherfucker, right? You gave him something. And next thing you know, all their people work different, man. What do you mean? Because you're not being an asshole, and they can be good people. Don't want. Besides just being good people, their whole mission is like to help bring it all back. They're going to help go. You know, they need some substance, right? You know, like damn, I'm dying here, right? You know what I mean? You know, your whole thing, you're hoping, hey man, I hope it all gets better. You're just keeping it all to yourself, right? I hope other people are nice to everybody and helps everybody else out, because I'm not fucking helping nobody. Right? You know what I mean? How the fuck does that fucking work, man? You know what I mean? That's like the biggest philosophy in the whole goddamn world. Like, really? You want someone else to fucking figure it out for you while you heard all your, hey, you know, like, what? And that's the main thing with all these preppers, man. At one thing after another, man. Like, you know, not fucking helping anybody else out, right? You know? What? You know what I mean? Like, I mean, I should like be like, I mean, they should be arrested on that note, man. That. You don't even need no because you have weapons or anything. You're sitting there saying you have a mountain of goddamn food, man, and you're not gonna fucking share that with anybody? All right, and anybody comes your way, you're just gonna fucking execute them? Yeah, fuck you, man. Really, fuck all you motherfuckers, man. And same thing, it don't matter if they heard up, oh, this is our little community, and like, fuck all the rest of you, right? Well, fuck you too. You know, see people, everything and things can happen. People can get robbed, all this shit. Blah, 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 blah. You know, we'll take some people in maybe and turn others away. Oh, yeah, it's called expansion. What do you mean? What do you mean? Expansion? I don't know, man. I don't know what to tell you. Well, granted, nobody, hey, we can't have the world here, right? You know, you want to spend out, all right? You know, a lot of people come in, well, where'd you just come? You know, we're gonna push it out, right? You know, what do you mean? And probably you need to. Wow, it looks like it's closing in on you, don't you think? I know it could be. What do you think you should feed everybody coming through? Yeah, man. You might tell people, hey, definitely move on. How it worked before. people help people, and I know how to work before people say, "Well, fuck you." I don't like that. You don't like that? I don't like that. You know, like fuck you. No, you can't stay here, right? Fuck you. You hungry? Here's something to fucking eat. Fuck you. Go on. Right, there's the point. We don't understand that philosophy, Brent. How do you not understand that philosophy? Well, imagine this, for example. I'll give you a good point example. Motherfucker all prepped up. You know what I mean? Motherfucker had all kinds of food, and he wasn't going to be stingy with it either, right? A fucking bomb dropped on it, right? Well, there went that fucking prep, right? You know what I mean? And other motherfuckers, man, they didn't have nothing to begin with. How the fuck could I prep any day, man? I've been homeless for fucking like 20 fucking years, man. Granted, you say blame me for this or that. It just didn't fucking happen, right? Well, okay, well, put a fucking bullet in my head then, at least, right? You know? No, you must suffer. Right? You know? Imagine they're not and sincere, they're not even bullshit. Some people go like, anything done, I'll help, man, right? You know? As long as you give me something to fucking eat, man. You know, just get rid of someone that, you know, so you do have a gun, right? You know, well, here's like a pack of crackers. Now get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Thank you. And I know all kinds of scenarios, paranoid thing. Hey, you know how people are, man, right? But like, yeah, man, I don't know, man. Just a flur of fucking. They don't get taken advantage of, man. You ain't even explain yourself where they don't come back. What do you mean you don't really need to do it? Well, you know how it is. That's for me and for others, man. But here's you some. Right? And you know, granted, what someone might do with something like that. What do you mean you think everyone just eat it all? They might be going to get, hey man, he wants to say, yeah, man, it ain't forever, man. Shit. Thanks, dude. Shit. You know, or even ends up like, hey man, little kid's mouse, you know? Yeah. I know people had them. I mean, what the fuck they do, man? You know what I mean? What the fuck they do? We don't understand that. You know, so what do you think these preppers should be looking at? Now they can take care of themselves, man. I can take care of everybody else. And one thing they are not in, I've heard them talk about what they got to try to get power. And I have the grid solution, right? You know, it is like, you know, their brains just don't fucking work, man. You know, they don't understand this shit. Right? That's real. Especially when they start about, well, you need to go nuclear. No, we don't need to go nuclear. We like need to start a fucking car, dude. All right? What's wrong with you, right? Well, what's the cool thing about prepping? You know, hey, prep a bunch of seeds, all that shit, man. What do you mean? Come up with a better system, like my system, which can be done by word. Yeah, we have technology for it, but it's by word, right? What do you mean? How are we going to do things from here? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, you can have frauds and liars in the midst. But still, how you bring the peace. What do you mean? Because most people are going to be honest about it, man. That's why. You don't understand that? To mess everything up because somebody might be a liar, get over it, man. I mean, this is where people say they feel bad. Well, I mean, I'm not going to do that no more, man. You know, come on, do you want to be a part of the liars? No, I don't, man. Get over it. I mean, examples, like, I don't want to lie anymore either. You know, all we got to do is do something, we get credit of value for it, right? And Jesus, and where there is nobody denying you anything, hey, man, look. Yeah, let's build, let's grow, you know, fuck it. Yeah. But there's got to be those people where you have the ability, you have the money. They don't have no money to prep shit and all that goddamn shit, man. And one thing to pray, even if you don't know how, right? There might be people that know you got the material to make it happen. You know? And this just community action. What do you mean community action? You prepped all this. Oh, it don't look like let's see if we can get everybody dang going where we can plant gardens everywhere and shit, right? Start to make it really flourish, right? And always have seeds saved in case something would happen, right? Well, you don't want to eat that shit. You have seeds saved. Seeds saved. But when you get, hey, man, there's a lot of damn seeds there. That'd more and cover everything. Get something going. I don't know what to tell you, man. Start growing those plants like I talked about. Start bagging up our such to use. I haven't used bag, but start saving or whatever. Fucking wood chips or something, man. And then preferably you probably want to bag for certain reasons, right? Bag it up. What do you mean? Buy some of those things that you can convert your engine to, man. I don't know. What do you mean? Maybe one thing they don't want all these preppers. What do you mean? You got a car. You're not going to be able to run your fucking car no more. You got a car. You're not going to be able to run your car. And everybody's thinking, oh, I got to steal, make some fuel. That's not going to get you very. I know that, but like on a main dang, you know what I mean? Hey, man, you don't have a bunch of trees, right? Bunch of wood on the damn ground, right? Why don't you have the wood gas converters, right? And you think of others, man. More and bring it back. The more there is, the more there can be. The more there is, the more there can be. Oh yeah, and of course it puts a target on you. But when you your idea is to make everything great. What do you mean? And you kind of flourish, man. When everybody's doing it, there becomes a force, right? What do you mean? What a force? What do you mean? Better known than a gun, right? What do you mean? We all got wood gas converters. I know you're going to make it power to an industry, but you know what I'm saying. Stuff like that. Let me get on. What do you mean? From vegetable oil to wood gas to fucking, propane, right? Yeah. Just don't end on the alternatives how you can run your engine off something besides gasoline, man. Well, granted, man, that's a theory day. Is it happening? What do you mean? Where people can grow stuff and turn, well, that's a process. Process that can be took out very easily. The other things just like exist all around you. What, like wood and natural gas and stuff like that. What do you mean? Like the pulley system I talk about. What do you mean? Like the reasons you would want batteries back. What do you mean? And where you do need the information. What do you mean? Well, you just got to make the vehicles lighter, man. A little bit of this and that and that. And what do you mean? Hey, you got a fucking electric car, right? How'd you charge it, man? The pulley systems, right? Like, what the hell? Yeah, it's not too difficult to understand this, but it is. This is something you should be taught. Or something they ain't teaching you. What do you mean? It should be a school, dang. What do you mean? Well, like somebody's got an agenda against you. They don't want you to know information. What do you mean? That information, like a city, wouldn't go down, right? They still have energy. I'll tell you that much. Now, food, there's a different story. It's like because you just live in a city, you shouldn't be denied access to produce food. Now, granted, I'm not much into fish, but like there's this today. What do you mean? Oh, yeah, putting different kind of fish in the tanks, right? Different kind of fish in the tanks, something like that. Granted, that's the way they used to do it. What do you mean? What do you mean? Oh, granted, the cows might have been raised out in the country, but they bring them into the city, and there'd be cows right there. They might as well just raise some cows there, right? Especially for milk, all the thickness. You think there's nothing, all the thickness of milk, right? Oh, it's just water, really. A bunch of shit in it. It's stupid to go get protein. Oh, wait, you should definitely have some milk cows and make cheese, man. All kinds of different stuff you do with it, man. Butter, cheese, right? Yeah, your flavored milk water, right? Don't know what to tell you, man. What do you think? I don't think it really. Some humans might be. What do you mean, adults? Very good thing for the little ones. What do you mean? I don't know about now. They have a little flavored milk water. Right? Here's just some flavored milk water, right? Yeah. That'll make you grow a little bit there. What do you mean? Like rooftops not being utilized? Every rooftop should have some farming going on it, man. You think everybody should be growing some food, man. That's just crazy. It really is. That's just where it's insane. What do you mean insane? Yeah. Producing all this electric and energy, and no one's fucking growing anything. Everything's dependent on something else and rules. You're not allowed, right? Things people don't stand up and fight for, right? Yeah. Yeah, we're allowed. Should be allowed, right? And other people do it, you know what I mean? Imagine that. There they are, their ledge, they're growing something on their ledge, right? How the hell did that work out, right? You know what I mean? Well, I guess they're allowed over there, but not allowed over here. And what do you mean? Imagine this is a place they're not allowed, they get allowed. Wow. Man, they took it clear to court. You know, it's not announced, right? It's not put in the paper. They're not bragging about it, right? Yeah, there they are fucking growing the shit. Yeah. And that's just how sick it is. You had to go to court to be able to fucking grow something, right? I mean, they had to go to court and win a fucking case, right? And they could have went clear to like the Supreme Court, right? You know, they go to the Supreme Court over that, right? That's so I could grow some food, right? You know, like fucking insane. Oh, and I seen something. What was it? Oh, you knew how people always argue like there's no precedence. And they really didn't put the precedence in there, but they did because they took a case about income tax to the Supreme Court, and it wasn't about, you know, income tax is illegal and they have no precedent to do it, but where they gave them a right, you know, they were arguing a different part of the income tax, and the, you know, Supreme Court ruled in favor of the income tax. So there's really your precedence. You say, well, income tax, that's illegal, they're not allowed to do it. Well, I guess that says they're fucking allowed to do it, man. Right? Now, I know the Constitution's a different thing, but like you're looking for a law that they have made allowing that. Well, there it is, right? Now, granted, a lot of lawyers might not know that, or judges, right? But you know how it is. There it is. What do you mean? So if you're like watching that shit, you don't have to pay your income tax, and you don't, and then you go to court and win. Like, well, there's no precedent, so they can throw a precedence right down on your ass real fucking quick. Okay, there it is. Something you cannot get the fuck around. And why do you think they're hiring so many agents, right? You think you'd hire fucking like 82,000 agents, right? If you didn't have to pay income tax, you could go to court and go, hey man, there's no reason for income tax. You have not, you know, they have, you know, they can't find the law on it. Here it is, here it is, here it is, here it is, you know. Oh, yeah. Yeah, you know, new, but that's how they do it, right? You want a precedence? Here it is. And what I'm going to say to you, ignorance of the law, you know, you wanted a precedence on it, here's a precedence on it, right? Granted, that's arguable, right? But hey, the Supreme Court said that really pretty much anytime you put that before a judge, you're going to lose your case. Man. Can't get around it, right? You know, I said, a judge ain't going to be walking out of the fucking room, right? And something, what do you mean, you know, man? All that shit. While you do other things, see, they actually bothered to go to court. And I'm not saying avoid that. Hey, man, you just play well in your game and hand over the money, man. But being able to go, well, I wouldn't go to the court. I wouldn't count on fucking running your mouth and the judge reading the courtroom and you get to walk out or whatever, right? You know? Yeah, I'm just not going to go there, right? Yeah, you know what I mean? That's a bunch of bullshit. You know, stuff like that. Granted, what do you mean? Oh, the people have to go to enforce that shit. Well, that's a bunch of bullshit, right? Oh, it's a bunch of bullshit. But you know, on that, really, you know, they got capious after capious on people for all. Really? All right, let's shut that over there. Right? You know, I mean, it really works that way, right? No, okay, because people are, you know, like, this one ought to be easy, right? It should be easier than other ones, right? Yeah, you never know. Right? But yeah, you know. Why you don't want to go away for some dumb shit, man? I don't know. I'll tell you. Avoid all the shit. You don't ever get to do anything, man. Right? Don't want to get no shit. Oh, agents, right? Well, most of it does depend on like local people, man, to do their job, man. From like county to state or town to come and enforce something on you that they bullshit they came up with. Why does that give you more leeway? Like, really? We gotta go arrest the guy for that? Hey, that's crazy. Like when you're paying your taxes, right? What does that mean? If you're paying your taxes, it means you're paying their salary, right? You're not avoiding, hey, if I take money out of my pocket, I'm doing a job here. You know what I mean? That, or you're not doing anything like that, where they've got some kind of gang where they want you to do this bullshit and that shit, or you're going to be fined and arrested, right? No, you say, well, they depend on fines and all that. It's where part's bullshit. Instead of like you made money and didn't hand over taxes. I did that, right? You pay your tax, I pay your tax. Not into this, invented fine bullshit. I didn't commit a crime. Y'all just came up with this, right? How can we hurt someone, right? Right? That's where the evil really comes in, man. Where the freedom really disappears. What do you mean? Why do you give people the ability to legislate, right? That's supposed to represent you? What do you mean? How? Especially imagine it affects every fucking one of you, right? What do you mean? The simpler things. What do you mean? We don't have cops to enforce your fucking legislation. We have cops. Hey, man, try to keep the crime down, right? Stuff like that. Have firemen to put out the fires. Stuff like that. Another thing, I don't know, it's like cut off from it, right? You know what I mean? Like your taxes don't pay for fucking medical. They do, but they don't, right? Like what the fuck is that, right? Yeah, where what? Yeah, that's just where it's weird. And there is, you get phone calls for certain things, right? So very different aspects of it. You're always getting, like, hey, donate to the cops or whatever. But other things, it's like, donate to the society so we can help people to what? Give money to the fucking hospital? The hospital system, right? And granted, I'm sure people's salaries are different and they're hiring people maybe from jail, paying them 93 cents, and other people, like, you never know, like, what what they say people's salaries are in these things. What do you mean? They're a nonprofit, right? Nonprofit, and the employees making $60,000 a year to be on the fucking phone, right? Maybe push little buttons on a computer, right? What do you mean when there isn't personal choice? You think you live in a free country when there's personal choice? That's why we just should change the whole system. But what are you talking about there? Granted, no one wants paid like $3 an hour, right? But imagine that's your personal choice to make $3 an hour, right? Oh, they don't have to have medical. They don't have to have this. They don't have to. What do we need all that shit for? We either go like be in the street or a tent, or we could, start making shit happen. But we can't because you have to pay this much money for this and this much money for that and this much. But how the fuck is that fucking possible? Why in this world when jobs are not available, man? And say like one person does have a job, like in your household, right? And you go get a job, like I know all these things are like everybody's got to go like under the table or something, right? But you always say, "Oh, we want to get arrested, right? Because we're working, arrested for working." What do you mean? Well, I'm working for $3 an hour. Definitely they're probably going to like arrest my boss, right? And moreover, that, oh God, they want to report tax stuff. There it is, right? There's where you just get your boss arrested, Oh God, because they're going to arrest me because I didn't file taxes for like fucking money I made, right? So if you did kind of be honest, that you're going to have to lie. So you're still not honest, right? What kind of where's the freedom? That freedom ring? I don't see no freedom. And then you say in a month time, it's what $90? Yeah, I can make a difference of what? Like the fucking water bill be being paid, man. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, man. In this world, man. And it is hard. What do you mean, like where you would pay people and it was their own free will? They wanted to work that bad. Shit need to be done, and just don't have the money for shit, right? And you're going to get a type of thing. Hey, you pay someone $90 and they fine you like say $10,000, right? Like what the? Granted, bigger answer. Hey, man, they really didn't pay enough. They've been paying a lot of people 93 cents. Yeah. But you get what I'm saying. Like on the small man, right? The small guy, right? What do you mean how the world is? What do you mean? Because there's no jobs, man. Yes, people would work for $1 a fucking hour. Why? What's that equal? That equals like them bringing a loaf of bread into the house. I know it's hard for you to phantom and understand that, right? That's just how fucking bad it is, man. Right? And that's what y'all don't fucking want to admit, man. Right? And you won't even let them go like make the $1 an hour, right? You won't let anybody like, hey man, don't got much, man. We could get something done, because we're doing everything cheaper and right. And what the main thing we need here, right? A little bit of money, right? We'd like a lot of bit of money, but we're not even allowed to have a little bit of money. See how it works? Not allowed to have anything, right? Nothing. Forget about it, right? And then the rules when they're supposed to try to help you, but you're not allowed to make any money. You make money, hey man, fuck it, we'll take it away from you and throw you in the street. Where's the climbing process, right? And you might not ever get there, but where's the ability to try to get there, right? Where I don't need that shit. All right? What is this? And everybody's advocating, they want to keep this. Why would you want to keep the system? It doesn't fucking work, man. You want people to get off welfare, let them be able to get off welfare and say like, hey man, you made a little bit of money, fuck it, no more welfare, now you must go live in the street. How the fuck is that a good thing? And if you look at things on these things, it's supposed to be like I talk about, but they don't do it that way. What do you mean by that? Their policies of their own papers to hand out, hey, this else shit done, right? When there is supposed to be like what I talk about, they don't enforce that. It's, gonna cut you off, put you in jail, shit, like what the fuck? When it's supposed to be their goddamn policy, right? Because what would happen, man? It would put them out of a job. Because nobody wants to be on welfare. And if you help, the helping hand out, to get them fucking going, then what would that mean? See, they're thinking they'd be without a job, but that means like, hey, somebody else could be, because there's not people welfare all the time. Somebody else will be on welfare, but who's really afraid of that, right? Besides them losing their job, they convince them to lose their job and they won't be on welfare, right? They don't realize the fact you can put other people on fucking welfare and have them climb the fucking ladder. Oh, motherfuckers, you can climb out of fucking welfare like that, right? Oh man, they're going to get on something else, right? What do you mean? They're going to climb, and they're going to come, and they're going to shut you down. They'd rather everything just be shut down. Because if you had the ability to open up what's shut down, right, or make something new, you just take over the whole goddamn shit, right? You really would. Like you manage money better. That's the whole thing. I don't know why people they want to go vote for people. Is it not clear that they don't manage money good? It is not evident they don't manage money good. And I know with me, you go with this or that, but hey, it's the shit on, and that's what everybody wants. Instead of getting into someone's personal fucking habits and shit, is the shit running, all right? Yeah, and that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants, the fucking power on them. All right? That's exactly what they fucking want. And that's good money management. People, what do you mean? When we walk, people might, you think it's good money management to go in fucking bankruptcy over and over and over again? Oh, well, yeah, this country puts you in bankruptcy, right? But look, there's people that never touched bankruptcy, man. I've never filed for fucking bankruptcy, man, right? Well, of course, I'm smart. Well, of course I could go, hey, man, I'm going to go open this business down here. Why? Because they're going to give me money. Right? I can get the money. I'll go open this business. They didn't work out, right? You're going to have to file back for bankruptcy because I can't pay the fucking money back, right? There's the thing. Or there, I'll probably still waiting at to file bankruptcy. I just had to pay a fucking loan back, and I don't even have a business because the way they make it, how could it possibly fucking make money? Yeah, that's what I mean. They'll give you money to open something that just couldn't possibly get a return to pay for how much they asked for shit, right? Well, the loan I could get is not enough money to own a place, right? For the most part, or a good location. So you want to rent to have a location. Oh no, there's that one location. But there comes the problem. What do you mean? Because you're renting. There is a couple locations I could go borrow the money, man, and not have a fucking booming fucking business because I'm not stupid, right? The price is right, location is right. But hey, we're not going to renew your lease. They're especially going to want it, man. If it's a flurry in business, right? They're going to want to take that from you, man. So there's the biggest problem with renting. And I know you could do a contract thing, but here comes some more bullshit like they like to. Well, they went under, so they can't rent it to you no more. Even though you had a contract, they have to rent it to you forever. And I know you can have all kind of wording on this, that, blah, 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 but somehow It just gets took from you. I mean, you have it read up, but you have to, I get the right to buy it, right? But someone will come in and pay. Well, they didn't have the right to fucking sell it to you. Because we had it locked up here, and that wasn't even a real thing. Just to take it from you, like, because they look, hey man, we want that. That makes money, and it's what it really comes down to. And granted, now after if you had a good lawyer, right? You might get some compensation out of it. Your fucking business is fucking gone. And compensation, probably wouldn't be that much. It only goes so goddamn far, right? Now you're supposed to go on to the next day, right? And it'd probably be even worse next time. What do you mean? You're out renting a place and trying to do the same thing. Something just comes, I'm going to do it faster. What do you mean? We know this shit's successful. Right? Let's fucking take it from you, man. Imagine these days. It doesn't mean it went that way. You see all this history where someone sold their business. They sold their business. And usually, this big multi-billion-dollar business, they sold it for very little. Right? I'm not saying, but you can imagine, right? Other business maybe they don't talk about. They don't give that back. They said their business fucking took from them, man. Right? They're kind of allocated on that. Like the simple I know is different than they misconstrue stories and everything, like the McDonald's thing, right? But that's way different way than anything. Well, that's just some fast food shit, man. I mean, that's what I was talking about here, though. But they had their restaurant took from them. Well, they put out a business competition down the street with the same brand name fucking business, right? But imagine just having your restaurant took from you, and not the simplest thing. Such a same name, not really such, but competition didn't put you under, man. They took the shit from you, right? You see how they misunderstood? They don't want you to see how shit really happens. Focus on that dumb shit. Oh, so I walked away with $1 million, right? But you know what I mean? It just took your fucking business from you, man. No, you got to try, I guess, right? Well, if you don't, I would try that way. What do you mean? You still take that away from me, but when it's yours, man, you don't have to worry about someone saying, well, I'm not going to renew the lease, right? Imagine they could do that. What do you mean? Imagine one reason why. Well, just in there. They're just going to tear it down. And nobody's even going to take it with McDonald's or something like, hey, man, that competition is fucking killing us. Let's get rid of it. Do they rent? All right, here we go. We can pay someone off here, man. That's going to be easy. Or just hey, it's where they send in the government. Oh, this place is contaminated or some shit, right? This place is on top of fucking, a nuclear bomb. So I know it's a little, but you get what I'm saying, right? Boom, no more fucking business, right? That kind of shit. That's how they do it, man. Oh yeah, more in the court. What do you mean? Then there's your business open. What do you mean? I don't know. It's crazy. But it's a different business, and it probably don't. I don't know. Get very much money. I don't know. It's all fucking crazy. As long as they that, right? What do you mean? The way they think they do things? I don't know. It's just conjecture. What do you mean? They don't allow you. See, this is something they probably allow you to do, but they don't like. What do you mean? This is where it's sick, I'd say. Now, probably exactly this way. All right, certain businesses don't allow you to own certain businesses, so I've heard, right? So you can't invest in that business or own one of those businesses. But yet, granted, you probably could put your money into an investment firm, and from there, whatever they invest in doesn't matter. I don't know, probably, right? And then some people might have more tighter restrictions than that. But, like, that's crazy. And why would they allow that? Because they invest in them too. What? I know, that don't sound right at all, does it? So you can tell me I can let someone play with my money, right? And they could F me, and I'm invested in it all, but I just couldn't invest into it personally if I'm invested in this. That's right. Like, what the hell, right? I think it really works like that. What do you mean? I know they ain't investing in it. You know, they really stop people from doing things. And granted, one of the problems comes, and one reason why you can't get everybody in on something is because more investors means less money. But I tell you what, man, where they do got it wrong. Do you not all work there? And I know, granted, like the Furies, I say, hey, man, you're going to have to rent something. But do you not all work there? What do you mean? If you just took your money and you want to pay more, go rent another place, start a better restaurant. Yeah, and you could get paid more. You could divvy out that money you've always wanted. Because if you really looked at it, in most cases, if you got what you wanted, well, where would the owners, investors get any money? You just took their money. But if you want that money, right, that's what you need to do. You talk about what you call, because it's allowed here. You talk about what? I guess that's communism or whatever, right? Or socialism, kind of both. What do you mean? All the workers share the. Well, okay. Go open you a fucking place and do that, right? You know. That's what people don't get about one day. I know it. Competition furious, right? Getting the government and all that shit. That's where we just need a system change and don't need a proper system. But in that, like I said, communism, socialism, capitalism, it's all one day. Right? And there it is. You know what I mean? Like I talk about a system, that'd be great. It don't have nothing to do with those, right? But anybody's talking about like, sharing the means of production, you can do that. Go open a place, right? Right? I don't want you to go buy a place, right? It's over. What do you mean? The other shit's got to do with what? Services? What do you mean? You might not want it. Might not want. What do you mean? Like, yeah, you want these services, right? You don't want people to like starve and everything, right? You want there to be like, hey, they do project like loans, like you like the loan, right? That you got to start your communism, socialism business, right? So that's just like a different end of the spectrum, right? But you want the whole, yeah, everybody needs to come together if you want the whole system change, right? But that whole thing, you want more fair wage, right? From your business. Like, it's just another aspect of where they are. Like, they're more employees, but you can call them owners, investors, whatever. Go own your own fucking business. What do you mean? Granted, you don't make hardly any money, right? Oh, you're going to get a lot of income tax. A lot of you could get a secured credit card, get massive amounts of money, right? To open or buy a business, right? On loans. If I do, you get a good credit score, and then every offer is like 5 to 10, but you'll get that $50,000 offer, right? You go for it. And that's where you can be one of the lucky ones. What do you mean? You know, imagine like a restaurant full of have 10 employees that got on board. What do you mean? That's like $500,000. I think you could fucking go buy something. Let's just say you got 10. Everybody got the common 10. 10 people getting 10. That's $100,000, man. I think that's a down payment on something. You got the secure credit card. What do you mean? You're proving, hey, you do run a restaurant already. You could probably get another loan besides the credit card loan. But like I said, you get different credit. Man, you're getting different $10,000 loans, right? You know what I'm saying? You probably need more than 10 employees. You siphon some people from some other restaurants, man. You come up with the whole fucking shit, man. No. Granted, it depends on where you're at, how much one of those things is going to cost, man. But just even if you're renting, man, right there, you're on your way, right, to leasing a fucking place, right? Hey, look, that place just closed down. Oh, look, I got a lease on there. Shit, right? You know, a lot of things have lease or buy, right? You know, so what does that mean? Well, you fucking lease it, and then when you make enough money, you know, your business is fucking flowing, you fucking buy it, you fucking own it, it's fucking, you call it a fucking day, you know? And I don't like the system. I mean, but that's the whole point. That's what they're trying to get at you, man. It's y'all that stop you, right? Yeah, but I want a whole different freer thing. There's other points besides that. What do you mean? It's real big hell here, right? And imagine they're not really teaching that to you. What do you mean? That should be your fucking goal. What do you mean? Especially you can work when you're 16. They're making it where you can work younger. Y'all should be organized to open your own goddamn companies, right? Problem there. What do you mean? You're living at home with mommy and daddy, working for fucking 4 years, right? You know? Shit. Yeah. That's a lot of money there. That's why you don't even need a good credit score, right? You get one. I don't know how they let you. I think you can get a credit card. I don't know. It means when you turned 18, if they somehow bullshit another year to get a fucking good credit score, but you already have money there. What do you mean? You don't need credit if you got money. Imagine y'all saved every penny of that shit, man. I mean, that's a lot of fucking money. You could go buy shit. Everything's fucking down everywhere, man. You could go start all kinds of different motherfucking industries, right? It's so much easier when you're younger, man. It really is. I know a lot of people frustrated. They get on things that fucks them all up. But if you ain't on that shit, man, you ain't doing none of that shit. Fucking going to work, right? And even after school, you know what I mean? Don't say it ain't nothing, right? You ain't on no dumb shit, man. You know, it's like going outside and playing kickball or some shit, right? Easier than that shit, man. You know, it's really stupid, and you build a lot of money to start an industry that you're a business, man. Not granted, no, there's all this shit all over the place, all kind of shit going down, this, that, the other, you know, whatever. I mean, how are you going to survive? Everything's closing down. You know what I mean? Everything's closing down. What do you mean everything's closing down? And you compete. What do you mean how compete? What do you mean everybody likes to have something delivered to them? You know? If you're delivering it, what do you mean? You can get it to them faster than the other fucking guys, right? You know what I mean? Hey, we're right here, right? You know what I mean? What do you want, right? And now you do it. You don't have to have a direct. You might have a couple of. You don't have to have a direct employee that you have to pay to do that. What do you mean? Start your own little fucking Uber service thing, but it's directly for you. What do you mean? Or because they're driving for Uber, they're driving for Lyft, they're driving for whoever. Start your own fucking, app thing. They're going to be picking your dang up, right? Or like, granted, you just have them deliver it, right? Same difference, sort of. But yeah, how are they not direct? Well, that's the whole thing. Start your own little driving app in your local area. What do you mean, your own Uber? And the reason you did it because people will mainly use it to fucking get products from your goddamn store, right? There ain't nothing left. You're the one fucking open, right? And why would you do that? Where it's just made easier, right? People ain't into that Uber fucking bullshit, right? But the same people do the Uber and let another dang for them. Right? And where you fight competition with Uber and them. What do you mean? They might use that app just to fucking go get a ride picked up. I mean, that's why you need to get into these things, man. What do you mean? You need to find out. I don't know. Find out how you start an app like that, man. These are the things you ought to be looking at, in your technology world. How do I start my own goddamn Uber, right? Like in a localized area, right? Hey, this is only from Putin to Hondo, right? Now, granted, that's where people don't make much money, right? You get your product out to them. But anyways, the whole thing, hey, let them order Uber or whatever. But still, granted, what everybody's ordering, even if you have just a couple people working for you delivering, right, man? Get faster to them than, hey, waiting fucking 3 days or longer from some fucking bullshit. And top of the fee, you got an overnight delivery if that was possible, right? You know what I mean? Hey, man, here it is. Yeah. Really not that difficult. Well, it's coming back around. What do you mean? How so? Well, there used to be a lot of shit back in, I guess if you went farther, you used to have people like run it to you or whatever, but that's way back. But like, we lived in an area where, if you were getting something, you had to go get it yourself. Right now, granted, there was, hey, you get shit mailed to you, right? There was catalogs. But there used to be more delivery, like, directly from places, man. It still is. I don't know. It's just, obviously got people driving everywhere, right? Delivering shit. It's just like a thing. Yeah, if you definitely want to stay open, you gotta be able to deliver. Why? Well, you got to remember, a lot of people don't like using an app. A lot of people do. That's why you got to be involved in that, right? But hey, yeah. What do you mean, the phone day? Oh yeah, all the business lost where a motherfucker can't call you and tell you what they fucking want. Now, granted, they're going to be handing their credit card number to you, so you don't have to worry about them scamming you there, right? But you know what I mean? Like, hey, yeah, man. Yeah, I want some of that. I'll take some of that. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I need a couple of them. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's just the way people are, man. They'd rather go there or, I really don't even want to go there. But the last thing they want to do is get on an app. Oh, I hate that shit. Now, granted, they'd love it if they made a better app, and that's where you could really win. Because the way they have an app set up, you might like it. You're a newbie, right? To what? Like how something should be, right? Even though, hey man, you didn't have an ass back in the day, but yeah, wonder why. If it's anything like this, why the fuck would we, right? It sucks. What do you mean? All kind of different versions? I think you should have multiple different versions for people, man. Well, granted, whether you're actually seeing the owl and they get to pick it, but like, instead of like looking up a product by name or anything, it should be owl 1, owl 2, owl 3, right? You know what I mean? For example, right? And it'll like to be more, and how much it is, all this shit. All this shit is just like fucking dookie, and just the process to get into it, right? I don't know that. What do you mean? It should be like that, like owl 1, owl 2, owl 3, owl 4, right? And and it's set up like it is in the store. What do you mean? I know they picked the granite, right? Well, that's one thing you have to do, right? Store location, but then you're like there, right? I don't know. I hate that, like, I don't know. It should just be there. Yeah, and I hate how they limit you, right? I could buy all the one I was in the store, but like you're limiting me on my pickup, and this is just a pickup. I'm not talking about having it delivered, right? If you want to just go to the store and they bring it to the car, I'm only allowed to get 3, huh? Because I'm picking it up. You couldn't possibly bring me 7, right? But anyways, and like they don't have dings on there, like certain like right there in the store, laying on the ad, right? Stuff like that. What do you mean a real ding have dings up? I don't know. I said, how's that work? Was a machine telling how many there is? Like, if somebody could pick it up if you're not there and stuff, like a back inventory or something else, right? It's a very messed up system. Granted, that might be one reason why they say you have many if a computer system is working right. Well, there's like 10 left. There's people in the store. There's a chance we might be able to get 3 of them to them, right? Is that crazy? I don't know. I have no idea. Some things were just limited. I didn't get that. I didn't understand that. I mean, when they weren't limited in the store, and Tipsy said that you limit this amount if you're getting a pickup with it. But anyway, lots of industry, you got to get to that crap right there to build up. Well, I mean, headsets, this is how great it is. It says someone waiting down the list and have to get back to you. Now, say, imagine on the shopping with them, all right? Now, what do you want? All right, we're now 1. All right, you get to shop with them. It'd be so cool. What do you mean? You're shopping with them? All right, what? The robots are coming. What do you mean? Like that? I'll take that right there. I'll take that right there. I know it's like you're eating up an employee's time there, that's for sure, right? Be like maybe you have to pay a fee. What do you mean pay a fee? What do you mean? If you wanted to utilize it in that way, you have to pay their salary. I came on stuff like this before. It was doing it different now. I can't remember all the things like running competition. I don't know, but anyways, either. But anyways, yeah, you get to. You get to be them, right? You know, they're you know, and you're just talking to them like, yeah, I'll take that right there. You know, it's like being on the phone with them, but you do it on the app too, right? Because you're looking at it. Imagine just being on the phone. Well, people, you know, they can't even see it, right? So you got the pinto beans there. You got the Asino brand. Yeah, I've got the Asino brand. We got Sazas, blah blah blah. Well, let me get a couple of those. All right, all right, all right. All right, what do you see now? Where are we now? Well, there's blah blah blah. No, no, no. What is it? What country is this from? Right? What do you mean? And where they can make out? What do you mean where they can really make money? Doesn't matter how long. Like if you got them on that, because you could just call in, place the order, right? You know, okay, go fucking grab the shit real quick, right? But you're going to be the, you know, a personal shopper going through the shit, you know, and making sure they got the shit, so you don't have to get a call back. Well, ma'am, we didn't have the, you know, we did have the gumba. Do you want some gatumba and say it, right? You know what I mean? Like, you know, you get the shop with them, and it doesn't matter where they can make more money. And even your store can make more money. All how you perceive the day, what you charge them. Like, well, where your store can make more money, but you can make them more money, right? Too, right? Like if you get more than one thing, well, you shouldn't have to have them cut off, right? That's just where you can surprise your employee. I don't know. You don't want to try to hurry up the process. It's part of their job assignment. But that, where you got them sending them money, what you can do, you can make your place more money, and you can make every employee that didn't even do that more money. Still give them send them to do that. How they not know that's how you get the bonuses to them? I don't know, man. There comes the bad day when you want to do a good thing. I don't know, man. Or you just do the fair day. What I mean, they're hey, however the long they work, they're paying a percentage of the salary for that. But like, I don't know, the commission worker. I don't know. Still, they ain't gonna be a bunch of bullshit, man. But anyways, yeah, they get the shop that right. You could rotate the employees for it, right? I mean, some of them might not want to do that. Right? Well, that's crazy. So they have to pay their salary to make them shop like that. That's pretty cool. And just tell them. I mean, how you get the employees not hoping they get somebody call in like and do another thing. Well, you might not be getting that many calls. One thing, if you did, you're going to be fired, right? You're rude or tried to rush the person so you know take another call, right? Where you could do more than one thing at one time. What do you mean? How could you do that? I don't know. You got readers coming in, right? You know, you're in that area, right? You could help people coming through instead of having to look for it. What do you mean? I don't know. You could have a printer with you. Order five. You put a sticker on order fucking 13 or whatever, right? And you know. Well, something has to work, be dangerous, but man, you're pushing two gangs or whatever. Or just be in front. This is a longer extending that way. You don't have any shoppers messing with it because that's what's it called? Employee cards, right? You know how to say employee card, right? So what you could be doing, you're just and you can be doing multiple different orders. Like one time where somebody, you want the beans there, and it's like looking at check, just get the dinner. They're coming through. Oh, yeah, you got it there, Frank should have got something in my out. Frank, a little slow there, huh, Frank? Right? None of that method, really. That kind of kills like people having to be the individual thing in it, right? Yeah, man. Might not have to charge the people for it, man. A service you can have, oh well, it's busy like anything else, right? You don't have to fucking type it in or something, but you get to shop like that. Really be cool for people that want to shop like that. They're bored, kids, everybody entertainment. One thing is like, how Granny does it or something, right? Granny would be there if she was able, right? So she wants to, you'd be on the phone and talk it through, or fucking visually see it, right? What's happening, like, she's shopping. I don't know what I want to get. I want to look, right? It'd be fun. Well, you said maybe you have that where the people get to make more money, right? But they can still do something else at the same time, right? More productivity, right? Getting her moving, right? They're already fucking there, right? So much easier for a guy to come running through the house. What is it? Instead of like, I know, granted, one point in time they might, they know where everything is, but this number 14 ready to go, already labeled, right? Nah. Imagine you got all kinds of people going through this shopping now. That motherfucker's taking the goddamn order, right? Right? He's gonna go grab the shit. This motherfucker's already there with the, so he can just come through and fucking make a fast decision with it. What do you mean? Granted, you might be in their way for one thing, right? You want from the house, so like getting in front of everybody else in front of the house, like you're just fucking coming through house, into the center, right? Where you're fucking loading it all up, right? I don't know. Really smart on these things, right? Yeah, what do you mean? And it gives a chance for somebody to talk to somebody. What do you mean? Because you don't know what's being said. All modern shit. We don't do that where we work. Now, granted, what you say back might be something, so you better kind of be cute. That's what makes the conversation kind of cool. What do you mean? You look around? Yeah, baby. Tonight. So, yeah. So, what else do you want me to put in the buggy here? Right? And basically, never do it. More shit coming in, What the fuck? Well, people like to talk. What are you wearing? It's like the dang, yeah, basically like a cell phone, except you don't have it in your hand, right? Strapped to the arm, right? And you got your gun. Right? Nabanindo, yayin yo. Well, I got cameras in places. What do you mean? I don't know whether you need a camera. I have cameras all kinds of other places. Hold it steady. Hold it. Had it mounted to you. Right? Now, what exactly you're wanting here, ma'am? All right. Take a look. Take a look. You see it? It's clear. Need some better cameras of that stuff. You can already make that stuff out. You push your little button. You've already had a picture taken in one of those. Here, my man, I hope you see it. All right, you getting what you want there? Okay. All right, I don't know. You know, like Mega Man or something, right? But imagine a camera system is set up that shows how many products are left. Like you see real time on the aisles, right? You know, imagine you got someone shopping by camera. You know, because the robots so they snatched it. But why you do have someone on the horn, like you're going to hurry up. There's someone coming down now. Grab it, Frank. Grab it. Right? I want that shit. There's only one left, right? Get no, God damn it. I'm never fucking shopping here again. Imagine the pranks there be on that. What do you mean somebody like going on, you know, there's food that act like they're not going there. You know, they got someone on that, they're driving. I'm trying, man. They're trying to take it from me. Don't let them have it. Do not let them have that. Put me on the street. That's mine, bitch. That's mine. Who wants to shop at my store? Who wants to shop at his store? Jesus Christ. One night I had weird thing like the employees are on fucking skateboards and roller skates or fucking bicycles. What do you mean? You're having to go pick up the products for you, right? You get to watch it. Now I want you to do a flip where you grab the Cheerios. And here's the thing, why the fuck not? And there's the great thing about, hey, they might want to try to give it, hey, my motherfucking store, man. They didn't put anybody in danger, right? You know, very fine. No one in there, man. Do the fucking shit, man. Let's see you do a fucking spiral twirl, you know? Like, all right, grab that motherfucking peanut butter. oh, shit. Well, yeah, some people will do some crazy shit. They're coming out of their paycheck, though. Well, you're not supposed to crash into the food. You know the rules. Taking out your motherfucking paycheck. Okay? The cool thing about what? Chips. You know, you might get all kinds of food fucked up that way. What do you mean? Well, coming out of their paycheck or out of their tips, right? You know what I mean? But that's a weird thing about why people might do what they have their own secret thing. They're on TikTok or some shit. I mean, all right, you tip me this, man. I'm losing the job today, right? We're gonna see some crazy shit, right? That's where this world's fucked up. But what do you mean? I don't know. No cell phone. No cell phones. I don't know. Or no apps. Oh no, that's bad. Anyways, it'll work out. You don't allow stores, allow them to do that kind of shit. Sure, why not? Crazy. What do you mean? Life is boring. Everything needs to open back up. Open like never before. I'm like a vampire. You go out there, you're out there at nighttime. What do you mean? Nothing's fucking happening. There's no people anywhere. Nothing's fucking open. Everything is like makes you want to write a fucking horror movie because you know what is out there if it's possible, right? Or none of that, man. There's no life anywhere, man. What do you want? I don't know. Life. The nighttime? You love the nighttime, don't you, bro? Yeah. That's when a lot more shit should be happening at nighttime. Let's see how nature is. A lot of things don't come out in the goddamn day. Man. Imagine making humans that are not daytime humans having to go exist in the damn daytime. The seasons for everything. You imagine sometimes they are daytime, but most of the time they're not, right? They're just like night individuals, right? Where it becomes very weird, right? They just need to make this work shit younger. I'll tell you one thing. What do you mean? Oh, 14's always been a thing. Man, that's not making them get a fucking permit now. All right? Everybody act like something's happening. Well, I've never heard of such a thing. Well, most 14-year-olds look like fucking 16-year-old, 18-year-olds. How the fuck would you know, right? It's just still not a thing. There's that visual of what you're looking for. Like it's not there. You know? Yeah, the other motherfuckers at the work. Because you don't know. What do you not know? There's so many kids that have so much energy and they can't sleep, man. They're not in bed at 8 o'clock. You know what I mean? And like even they were in their bedroom laying, nothing's on and everything. They don't go to sleep. They just fucking lay there like, goddamn. Hey, you know what I mean? I would literally lay there for like hours in the dark, man. I could not sleep. And I always went to sleep later, right? So imagine that. Hey, it's like sleep time. You're going to sleep later than other kids, but you still can't fucking sleep. Basically, what was the day? Well, it's midnight, right? Hey, it's midnight. You should you gotta go to school tomorrow, right? But yet, granted, just sitting there laying in the goddamn dark. I was amazed I wasn't afraid of. You want the door cracked, and I shut that motherfucker, right? It's totally in the dark. How the fuck can I possibly go to sleep with a goddamn light on, right? It's just laying there in the dark, right? And whether I had my eyes open or not, it's like, what? Nothing's fucking happening. Nothing's fucking happening. I'm still fucking here. Still fucking here, yo. Yeah, so imagine the waste of time of your freedoms, even if you had to go to school. What do you mean? Could have had some money in your pocket for all this bullshit, man. Leg up. You know what I mean? This is why you need to change the whole system, because just because you have the freedom to work doesn't mean, once again, anybody going to fucking hire you. You know, they hire the guy that's always like dropping shit and stuff, man, you know. But what I mean, well, they got a kid working here and he's fucking everything up. And they want people to run their mouths and say, like, look, hey, the kids can work, right? You know, that motherfucker's gonna have some money right there, right? You know what I mean? So, like, you know, oh, we had to let little Tommy go, right? You know what I mean? Like, fucking bullshit, man. You know what I mean? They have more control on things. What do you mean? Even though they did, because people own it, we want them to do the same thing that you did. Imagine, like, more than the kid don't want to do it, right? The parents don't want them to do it. What? Don't want them to do what they did. You know? We don't quite understand that. We don't understand it at all. I don't know, man. You might. You know, you imagine even if it's wrong, why did parents let their kids be so wild when they weren't, right? Because they had no fucking life. You know the way things are, they're headed for heartache, you know. Might as well go fucking live it up. Which is not good. You know what I'm saying? Your philosophy there, Brent. Well, you shouldn't live it up. That's where they get astray too, right? But back to the one friend where they don't want them to do what they did. Why? Well, there's always conflict. When there's multiple family members. So, yeah, don't want you to do what I did, and you got to go figure something else out. But in this world, there's nothing. Right? Guess what's today? Might as well just live it up. But don't do none of that shit. There's the difference. What do you mean by that? Because everybody else is going to be doing it. Don't you do it? You know? And if you just, you know, when you want to get away from it all, right? And there will be nothing. Be no one and nothing. Well, that's kind of boring, isn't it? Well, better be bored than more enslaved than what you already are, right? What do you mean by that? More greed. I don't know. Why do they not want kids to work? Because kids are, most of them, I mean, they're pure, man. They're innocent. You make them start making money and stuff. They aren't ever going to fall in the trap of all the other people. What teenagers fall into? What? Drug addiction. They can count on those motherfuckers that never come together and start a business or come together and voting, you know, and organizing to change the fucking world, right? Because they're going to be fucking, oh, you know, hey, man, on drugs. Right? Doesn't matter if they're going to college, right? They're going to be on fucking drugs, right? Doesn't matter if they go off in the work construction, they're going to be fucking alcoholics. They have these substances, right, to control your fucking ass, right? So you'll never, like, you know, have it together, right? They just say whatever they want, propaganda they want, and fucking you'll eat right into it, man, because it's like so fucking easy, right? You know. About the gist of it, huh? Yeah, it really is about the gist of that shit. I'm on you. What, witnessing the church? Oh, we don't conduct business. What do you mean? Like people can't, you hang out with each other. Hey, we're gonna hang out. You can't come up with money and start places, business. Hey, may not be in it, but just witnessing on what? Good things, how people can have a better life. Granted, these days, they don't be like, where do you get money? The escape hole, we won't give that example. What do you mean? What example? People having a better life instead of being enslaved to corporation that does such and such, and these people don't do such and such, or they're more Christian than them. What are you talking about then? And that's more real witnessing to get people, hey, how they did it, right? Because they don't want no trouble, right? So like, I'm going to walk away from this shit and more, start their business too, right? Like the witnessing of what, right? You know. Mm-hmm. You don't get it. What do you not get? Maybe talk me. We'll protect your babies more, not expose them more. Wow. They get away from it. It's called real organizing, right? If you're not making a place for them to work, make business, what do you mean? And they involve with other people because it's good. You provide a good service, people will come. Perfect example, and yeah, I think you can find flaws there, but like I'm not into it, but like, do people not go to Chick-fil-A, right? You know what I mean? Such an industry you get shut down, such expensive. What do you mean? Compete, make your own chicken place, right? Well, you start with the raising of the chickens, right? And so many chicken industries have them, see how bad they make them treat the chickens and everything. Right? So you make it where people get to be better with their chickens, and you're selling the chickens at a way better affordable price. Chickens will eat anything, man. What do you mean? this thing where they make them have to buy a certain chicken feed and everything, right? Like the chicken feed could just be made, right? I don't know what to tell you. Oh, and you got blah 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 and this and blah 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 and that. Well, you just really don't care, right? Why does that push it down? What do you mean? They like taxes. What do you mean? Kind of like, I don't know, there's this, that, but yeah, whatever. I mean, I don't know. Grass. What do you mean grass? Grass fed animals one day, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. You make their pellets and stuff out, something like that, man. Or what was it? Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about, right? What do you mean you study everything like animal? What? Where you eat involved in some company, man. That's more what it is. I know they always try to bring some government or dangling on you, but hey, man, whatever. When people act like there's a stand, you got to go communicate. Like, it's a whole different state. Hey, man, look, you got all this land here. How about we raise some chickens here? I mean, you get money, we get money, we stand up. Uh, you start communicating. People really believe you. See it's happening. What do you mean? You like to go to a restaurant, don't you? We'll give you a percentage of the day. Won't be much of a percentage, but when you do go out to eat, it's affordable. What do you think about that? Like a win-win, huh? What do you think? Yeah, sure. It saves them more money in the long run, especially like you got to spend all this money on like cutting the fucking shit and stuff like that, right? It's win-win. Yeah, you can even provide that service in there with it, man. You know what I mean? Well, especially if you're going to be, hey, man, making food out of stuff, right? Yeah, they usually like just let it stay there grow or let it grow all to hell before they cut it down, right? We could use that. Just the things I'm going around cutting people's shit for free. What do you mean? You save that shit, turn it into fucking food, right? What I mean? I don't know what to tell you, man. It ain't smart with it, man. There's too much mandatory. You have to go here. You have to do this, and everybody's always talking about community. What community? There is no damn community, man. Community what? Right? Hey, don't say anything. Shut your mouth. Right? Don't talk about anything. Right? Don't try to get anything done. That's really good. Right? Be quiet. Right? Be quiet and accept our agenda. Right? And that thing when they say you'll own nothing and you'll love it, that already happened. That's been going on for, since before you were born, man. You don't own shit. Especially when it comes to taxes and everything else, everybody's having to rent or a lease or this or that. And then I talked about our alternative, like to try to make better business, right? Where you provide a house for them that you own. As part of you get great tax incentives on that, right? Part of the business, especially if you're starting a nonprofit, right? But even if it's a regular where you do pay taxes, you get tax write-offs on that shit, man. But like, whether truly you own nothing and love it, right? Why? Because they're owning nothing and love it. You're still paying rent, right? See the difference, right? You know how you loving that? I want a world where people own their own stuff. How to get there? What do you mean? You got to have systems, companies that do that. So easy to transition, it now belongs to someone, right? A whole different system you need to create, to make everything fair and everything. But, kind of the gist of it. And they used to do that, but they made them pay for it, right? Or they were releasing, or then they let them buy it, right? However they hooked at them. And then that's where this thing's died down. Like people move away, all that stuff. And then like there's no jobs, there's no factories, there's no nothing, all this goes away. In this system, well, like one way how you keep it going until you make a whole big different system change. You own it, right? You haven't gave it away to someone to make a different decision with it, right? Or people looking, well, it's too far to travel to work there. You know what I mean? Like that kind of dang. Granted, it ain't everywhere, but still, it's the whole principle of how you do things. What do you mean? Well, it's called math. A lot of people don't like math. That's what I've noticed about the youth here. Especially when I went to school, they hate math, right? They despise math. Well, man, math is how it gets it done, right? That is what you would call wage or money, right? It's math, right? Anything that you're trying to get done, this whole system change or fight in the system, you're going to have to do math, right? Not, well, I believe, you believed in Santa Claus one time, okay? All right, see what I mean? All right, so you're going to have to do some real math on stuff, right? And that's why if you're good at math, there wasn't no damn Santa Claus, right? It's just, a math thing, right? There's a lot more of that. Beyond that, but you get what I'm saying. It don't make any sense. How can anybody buy into that shit? I don't know. Especially all the cartoons you saw, right? Did you see them making fucking G.I. Joe action figures, right? You know what I mean? Shit like that, you know what I mean? Like, right? I don't know how anybody can believe that shit. It's like they don't understand the law. What do you mean? I know damn well you're full of shit, right? This is like 1 year old, right? I'm not kidding. Like, yeah, right, whatever, right? And the shit that comes on my ass is going to start playing a trumpet, right? Shut the fuck up, right? What do you mean? I just turned 3. I know they wanted Santa Claus, but I got them to say they wanted Santa Claus. What do you mean? Everything went to hell and didn't get what I asked for, right? I know who was I asking to get it? Not Santa Claus, fucking you. Oh, shut the fuck up. What do you mean? So, I get this little fucking stupid truck, right? And I don't know, I guess they took the truck back. I never saw the truck again, right? I was taking my toys back. Get money for it. Anyways, I said, there's no Santa Claus now, is there? I'm like, no, there's not. I'm like, yep, I'm telling the truth. Right? Well, sometimes there's got to be a devastating event for people not to keep the bullshit going, even though you never believe, right? Well, I kind of know better than that. Motherfucking stupid, right? Never believed in Santa Claus for 1 second in my whole life. How could they convince everybody to believe in Santa Claus? And why would you do that? No fun in that. Alms trying and breaking down and shit, like what? How the fuck could you believe that? Same thing with all this shit. Everybody goes, how the fuck could you believe that? You're still in that same shit, believing that fucking stupid shit. And everything. What do you mean? There's so many lies parents would tell their kids. What do you mean? And whether truth or lie or not, and that stuff, just like, hey man, what is, like, God, man. It's just like, damn. It's like crazy. It really is. No, it's like you want to know who the top is. I mean, look around, man. You really need to ask this question to start any shit or get anybody hurt. Like, it's kind of obvious who the toughest motherfucker is in the room here, man, right? What, you fucking blonde, right? I think they all need glasses. I think they all need fucking glasses, man. Oh, what's the deal? I was hating in school. All the kids were jealous of me, man. I was fucking smarter than they were, man. I know, that's fucking horrible, but no, this is where they live, man, where they grew up. What do you mean? Empty. I'm still as smart, but imagine like where I grew up. I didn't grow up, and I grew up, and what I did grow up with. So like yeah, pretty fucking empty, man. Right? I wasn't empty, but like it's like now, granted, there was more shit, but these people were older. What do you mean? No, what do you mean? All the younger generation, man, they grew up with nothing. Most of them. What do you mean by that? Like wherever they live, they're usually renting, right? There is no like, if anything happened, just per se, they could like power the world, right? Like there's like nothing, no tools, no nothing, no knowledge, no just mandatory go here, learn nothing, right? All you know is, hey man, you're controlled, must do as they say, and go make some money so you're not in the tent in the street and hand it over, right? But no nothing, right? No anything, right? Don't know anything, right? Hey, Santa Claus. Oh, by the way, that was a lie, right? Like I don't know shit, right? What do you mean much? Everything's like being rented, or even they did own. Like I say, they don't have anything. You know what? I got like a fucking lawnmower. I got like a wrench and a screwdriver, right? Yeah, yeah. Like you don't. There's nothing there. There's no education of any sort, right? Hey, and we got a TV. Oh, we bought you a fucking stereo. What do you want some baseball fucking cards, man? What do you want, a comic book, right? No, nothing, right? Nothing, right? What do you mean? It ain't very good. What do you mean all this food, bioengineered crap? There's a difference where the argument can I get maybe you like it, right? But like, beyond words, like it God, this ain't very good, man, right? You know what I mean? It's gotten way worse. What do you mean? Well, the tagline bioengineering, man, what do you mean? It used to be different. I mean, yeah, they did a little something, right? Whoop de doo, right? But what it is now, what do you mean? That tagline they're having that under like the GMO crap, right? You know what I mean? That's different. What do you mean? Major. Oh, you look up the process. What were you doing to have your shit called bioengineering? Okay, you were doing some chemistry. Okay. I know you call this chemistry, but what kind of chemistry it is, right? The effect. They say like, hey man, get some little chemistry, right? Like just to make the food, man, right? Not to like, what the hell, man? That's dangerous, right? What do you mean other stuff? What do you mean without the bioengineering? They say it ain't fucking good for you. So what the fuck are you talking about? And I think, but it's different now because it's GMO, but they tagline it bioengineering. And a whole different thing. Well, I know people know, they know, but they don't know. What do you mean? Because there was bioengineering before GMO. They're like, oh, it ain't GMO crap, it's just bioengineering. Because they do, some of it, all of it's got some GMO, right? But they just have to put bio if it's GMO. The switchover, man. What do you mean? Oh, whether it was good or bad, like a lot of shit, not all of it had. I'm telling you, most products didn't have bioengineering on it. And if it did, what do you mean? Oh, they were doing some chemistry shit. Okay, not a big deal, right? Now it's got that GMO crap in there. See, what I mean? They don't have to put that on their label, right? And that's the whole thing. Another thing you don't know. What is it? What kind of bioengineering, right? You know? That's whatever. What do you mean another stuff? That's where it really went south. What do you mean? Imagine, I've seen it on there. The same things that always were bioengineered, they'll say and GMO. And they don't have to put that on their land. They don't have to now. It's not law. But they're like, definitely specify. Well, yeah, we have bioengineering. Now we're using GMO, and now we just have to put bioengineering. Right? We didn't used to use that crap. It had nothing to do with it, right? Like, didn't exist, right? Now we're using that too, right? And you think, oh, they definitely put it on there, but they're all using it. They don't have to, so you don't know it, right? There's the thing. You can't believe anybody in this world, Santa Claus shit. So you're telling me it's just the same mobile engineering, you don't have the GMO in that? And then fuck them. Sure, whatever, fuck them. All right, yeah. What do you mean? What the GM does, they have the insecticide directly into the seed. Or they make it where you spray fucking weed killer on it, right? And it doesn't kill it. It just kills the weeds, don't kill the plant. You're like, well, that's great. Well, that sounds fucking weird, man. Right? How the fuck? Yeah, have you ever had weed killer? What do you mean? That shit just fucking kills fucking everything, right? Well, because one time when they didn't like price it on products, they want to call a genetic modified organism of seed or whatever, where they mess with it, right? Man's always been doing that, man. What do you mean? Like make better yields and stuff and making a whole new thing out of it. But they didn't really do anything. They like were playing with it. They weren't like, hey man, we can spray we're gonna make a deadly toxin inside of it grow so like bugs don't hurt it, right? Or and we're gonna make it where we can spray this deadly toxin on it that kills weeds, right? And it won't hurt the damn plant. And you legitimately, like when you're eating this food, you do get sick. Never forget about fat or whatever. Like literally, like you may not pay attention to it, but like you're gasping for air and you don't even know it, right? One day it's affecting your fucking breathing, among other things, right? And it don't taste very fucking good. There's one thing, man, like it just don't fucking taste good, dude. Right? That's the whole thing. You can take the test, or everything's about got it in, but you're like, this ain't very good. Look at the back of the bottle. Oh, yeah, I guess that's fucking wild. What do you mean? Well, basically, you're eating fucking weed killer, right? You know what I mean? Eating weed killer and like, I know spraying fucking, like, what that shit called, like insecticides or whatever on fucking plants. It absorbs a little bit of it, hey. But it is the seed now, right? You know what I mean? Man, you're directly just fucking eating fucking bug spray when before most of it, was like wash the fuck off, right? Not it is it. There's a difference between something absorbing something and something that's what it is, right? I don't know. Might be able to like fucking grind up the shit and kill bugs. You imagine killing bugs with shit they're supposed to eat, right? You really want to eat that? Think about that, would you? None of the bugs are what things you can, but what they use, right? Exactly. They're saying they used the insecticide, and that'll kill you, right? There's a difference between using something like that bugs don't like that humans can fucking ingest, right? Instead of like, damn, that'll kill the human too, right? You know? We're bigger. Our tummies, our bodies are bigger than insects. Man, you look around, everybody's sick. Not that we don't always were, but everybody's just like majorly sick now. They really are. You know, they don't have to be like where it's like, you know, oh my God, snot and coughing and fevers and all that. They do not feel fucking good, dude. Everybody's walking around not feeling very fucking good at all. It used to be what, you know, just existence, and you wanted freedom, right? You still want freedom. Now I think it's like the only cure to it, man. Really. When feeling not this good and you have no fucking freedom, man. There's no like freedom in the world, right? You know? There really isn't. All the rules, regulations, all this allows for no freedom. And it makes people hate each other because people get jealous of people's like situation. And when you're like, jealous of my situation, I want to be free, right? You want to be free? I want to be free too. You know, what do? They make you then, well, you got to be there. I got to be here, right? You know? And like, why you wouldn't like the job? I wouldn't mind having the job. But they see how they like you're trading places. Like you want to go, I wouldn't want to live where you live, but you just want to go live where you live, right? There's a difference. That's why how they make people hate everything, man. What do you mean?